I'm Matt Buell with MBuell Studio, and on behalf of the Woodworking Network, pretty cool, huh? It's your monthly video and topic. It just made sense. I'm here at AWFS, and many times I've written in the articles or talked about in the videos and dropped some mentions about how important it is to get to a trade show. But it's your luck that I'm actually at one. So I thought maybe it'd be cool to just show you what it looks like. I'm not gonna go into serious depth about products necessarily, but I just wanted to give you an overview of some of the things I've talked about that you can get from these. Okay? Let's go take a look around. Here we are, AWFS 2025. Did I mention it's air conditioned? So at these shows, there's a lot to see. And there's other levels to being here besides just products. But the main draw is a massive amount of vendors. There's stuff here for everybody, from machinery, like small shop, mid-size, to massive manufacturing machinery, to robots. There's also a lot of other solutions-focused stuff for your workflow. There are finishing products, spraying finishing products, there's glue options. I mean, it's endless. So I really wanted to just kind of give you a taste of it. I can't walk the whole floor. That's a lot of footage. But I wanted to start out. And we're starting here on just one side of the building. And the crowds are pretty busy this afternoon. And I'm looking right now this way. So just off in this direction, I can find saw blades. I can find more machinery, sliding table saws, finished supplies, medium shop equipment, different types of floating tenon joinery specs. There's a lot. And this is just the beginning. Let's go take some more looks. I mean, there's everything. You got robotics, you've got large industrial machinery as well, made for mass manufacturing. Here's your Euro sliders. And there's so much more. Let's go this way. Bum, bum, bum. Hey, how are you?
Nice moves.
Well, thank you. Oh! The coach is a national competition called the Young Wood Pro.
Okay.
And I'm like the host and one of the judges.
I see, yeah.
And so I've done a few articles, monthly I do it, so you got to cover stuff.
Yeah.
And I've talked about how like, it's easy to overlook going to a trade show, but it's important that the young guys understand this is important.
Yeah.
So this is one of the aspects, networking, socializing.
Right.
Another thing I've told you, you need to get out to the trade shows because you never know what you're gonna run into. You're gonna make friends, you're gonna network, you never know. It just so happens, we're Twinkies. And then I get to look at a really nice shaper. But yeah, you just don't know, you gotta get out here. So I'm on the main path, and as you can see, it's hard to see the other side of the building. But this is a great example. So just on this block right here, I've got adhesives to pick from, a new company. I have sanding, sanders, accessories. On the other side of that, clamp racks, industrial. I have one, they're fantastic. But then you turn over, hey, and you're looking at mass manufacturing, robotics, and animated stuff. It's everywhere. So whether you're, opening up a large shop and you're a young woodworker, or you're just getting started out, like there's stuff here you're gonna find that's gonna be useful. So I wanna keep just showing you. I wanna give you this overview of just the enormity of it. So that was a quick glimpse of some of the larger booths you're gonna see here with very big and overwhelming things at times. But the way these shows can work is a lot of times there's at least somewhat of a breakdown of sectors because there's a lot of smaller vendors here that really have really cool products too. So we're kind of working our way that direction. We've already gone a long ways. And you'll start running into seeing stuff more like software programs for running, your CNCs or for running CAD. You're going to see a lot of logistics and sourcing vendors, lumber suppliers, plywood suppliers, and then you'll find a few even hardware, kitchen, bath, or even furniture related, which has probably become my favorite thing to look at because that's where I find new things that help my work. We'll go ahead and just peel off this way. So, one of my favorite aspects, like I mentioned earlier in the show, is something I've really grown to look for a lot because it helps my work be quality, is searching out quality hardware and components, because I don't produce drawer slides, but I do use a lot of them. You have instant access to some of the best hardware producers in the world. And that what they bring to these, and the reason you should be interested in attending, is any new products they've got them on hand. You can put your hands on them, test them out. That's a big deal for a business owner, especially for a young wood pro. It gets you a chance to meet a rep, shake some hands, exchange some cards, get a good contact point in case you need help with sourcing. And these booths are always well staffed and have a lot to look at. You will find hardware you didn't even know existed that you could use. Let's keep going, take a look. So this is another great thing about the shows. So one thing I talk about is, and I did a whole tour on this yesterday with some people, some of the things that eat you alive the most in business is time. We all know we need big machines. We all know a table saw is important. We all know a bandsaw is something we need, right? And sanders. But the things that I can improve time-wise that eat me alive would be what? Finishing, glue, like clamping. Ways I can expedite that are seldom and rare, and when I can, I'm gonna jump on it. Good finishing equipment's gonna do that. So that's another thing I really encourage at the shows, is break down away from the big attractive stuff and really look to maximize finding that efficiency in the areas in your work that eat up time. And for me, it's finished work, sanding, gluing, stuff like that. So it's a great booth. So here's a great example of some of the vendors. Unita, they're specialized in sandpaper and sanding. Another really great booth. And this is all just on the main drag I'm taking you down. We haven't even gone off on any side roads, so to speak. So let's see what the next one's got. I don't even know. So this is a great example right here. Let's peel this way. So now we get into some smaller vendors, and don't ignore them. I have found some great surprises over the years that have been really cool products that have helped me do better work. So let's see what they got. And a real common thing that shows you get in these smaller booths is you're gonna find hardware, you're gonna find more hardware, a place to relax, drawer boxes you can have ordered in, especially if you're running a cabinet shop and it's more efficient and profitable to just order them in. A lot of logistics sourcing here. Keep going. There's a lot to look at. Yeah. So here's workbenches. Looks like they're featuring Narex chisels. I've used those. I like those. There's also some really cool stuff this way. Let's go take a look. Here's a little sneaky tip for you when you attend these. When you find a booth that sells good stuff, LTC industrial coatings, so now you can look for your paint solutions if you do paint work on top of cabinets or furniture. And they also have seating. Take advantage of it because you're on your feet for hours. I'm grateful that some of these companies are thoughtful enough to just give you a chance to sit down. These shows are a marathon, not a sprint. Grab your seat where you can. Wow. It's pretty good, Mr. Draper. One of my other favorite things about this show is I get a chance to look at other people's work. And as your host of the Young Wood Pro, you can see why I would be very interested in taking a look at the 2025 Student Woodworking Competition. Oh. This is something that's always been at this show that I look forward to. And a lot of these builders are high schoolers.
That's good.
It's very maloof.
There's some beautiful work in here.
This is another common aspect of trade shows.
Griping about something
It's
else.
not just products. There are actual people building great stuff getting mentioned at these events. There have been several award ceremonies since I've been here that have been really great to network, to meet people, and just be around like-minded people that love woodworking. It's kind of nice. And I don't get that when I'm in my shop all day long every day, like I've been telling you. Great competition. By the way, I judged the last Young Wood Pro competition. You guys can hang with them. It's the stairway to education. All right, now that we're off the craziness that is the main show floor, there's another side to this convention that I find to be of equal value, if not more, and that is the educational portion of it. And this sign here, people see when they first come in, is just a quick snapshot of all of the different types of seminars and educational opportunities, basically sessions that you can attend. This year I'm doing 4. I'm becoming more and more a fan of this side of it because I've learned so much from attending these. And so I really wanted to show you that as well, because it's not all just crazy, overstimulating machinery and products and sales, that there's a whole other aspect to this that I think is really the bedrock of everything here, and it's education. So the education, this building is so big, it is dedicated to a whole other part of the building, and it's much more peaceful. So when you find you need a break from looking at machinery and stuff, you can just go learn some stuff. Come on. Now that I've finished the education part of my day, there was one little thing that I wanted to get to, selfishly speaking. So lucky for me, I'm taking my own advice, and I'm leaving no booth unturned, right? Because I run a business, and I'm also looking for solutions and products that might be better than what I have, or might solve some problems I have, or products I didn't know existed. And look what I found. You guys have heard me talk many times about how much I love Japanese chisels. And I just found a whole new release of really nice Japanese chisels. So as much as I love making videos for you guys, bye. I'm gonna go look at chisels. See you next month.